Skip Bayless is getting sued by Fox hairstylist for offering her $1.5 million to sleep with her. We're just jumping into this one. I just want to hammer this one down. No pun intended. So let's read the caption of this post. It says, Skip Bayless sued for essay after allegedly offering a Fox hairstylist $1.5 million to have sex with him. Claims he accused her of sleeping with Shannon Sharpe after being rejected. Now, I think disappointed is a word you would use if you had hope in the first place. And I'm not talking about Skip here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the comments here in this post, which is probably the reason why the subscriber who sent this to me wanted me to see it. In these comments, you will see posts that would disappoint a father. And these are of women who are wondering, not, hey, why is this taking place in an establishment? What are these chicks wondering, these modern women? They're wondering why she would turn down such a wonderful opportunity.
No, I'll have a tea, actually.
That's right. Don't believe me? Check out a few of these comments. This lady says 1.5 mil. By the way, this is coming from the neighborhood talk. And I'm sure even on other posts, it's probably no different. Let's check out some of these comments. Top comment here coming in at 3,000 plus likes says 1.5 mil with the side eye. I ain't saying I'll do it, but you are saying you do it. You are saying you do it. You're just not are actually saying outright you would do it. How many of these chicks out here do you think would turn down that type of money to drop all their morals? How many? I'll venture to say the way you see them complain about finances on a consistent basis online, there's a large majority who are looking at this chick like she's messing up what would have been a bag, right? Let's read a few more of these responses underneath that comment. This chick says, let's see, okay, I'm here to say it, I'll do it. You do it, huh? Okay. There she is. I hope her man doesn't see this. Somebody else here says, because you have no dignity and standards. There you go. That's right. Call her out. Somebody else here says, I'm just saying money might be able to buy happiness a little bit. Here's another person who says he only going to last 5 seconds. So they're like, it can't be that bad. This will be nice and easy. And that's assuming that someone who's going to offer you that type of money with busted cheeks is actually going to follow through. I think anybody who's willing to, he probably was going to do it. Like, let's be real here. Let's keep reading some more comments here. This person says it's okay to laugh at jokes. They're not joking. They're definitely not joking. Another person here added, I'll do it for 150. Skip, what? Bucks? $150? Oh, you are a real escort. Okay. Listen, check out some more comments because it only gets worse from here. This guy says, this was hilarious. It says, plot twist, that's her on the IG live. So, of course, they're talking about Shannon Sharpe getting caught with some chick on IG. And if it was her, then that would be a serious plot twist and hilarious. Here's another chick who says 1.5 with a question mark. I've got some cat right now for old Skip if he still got the money. They are dead serious. 430 304s who like that comment. This other chick says no BS. Okay. Just in all of them in agreement. Let's keep looking. Somebody else here says, why is Shannon's glizzy even on your mind? Somebody else who says, I thought this was Maury. That's funny. He kind of does look like just a little bit. Here's somebody else who says she will never get that offer again. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous. How are you just so comfortable here thinking how you would have capitalized on this opportunity? Don't any of these chicks have any more? Here's another chick who says, what's his number? I have questions that need answers. They're ready, and they're ready right now. Is her name Michelle? Because that will explain a lot. Yeah, for sure. They're really trying to make that whole she's the chick on the IG live with Shannon Sharpe a reality. Another chick here says 1.5 million. Yeah, this is just not surprising. Another chick here says, ladies of the night would love his budget. Let's see, $1 million poom poom sold to the elderly white man in the back. Yeah, I'll take that money. I mean, it just keeps going. It doesn't stop. It's just all these chicks here who are just like, yo, why not me? Why can't men be sliding in my DMs and offering me money to smash? Child, I would take half of that. She says she's taking half, and she has kids in her photos. Oh, no, I can't show that. I can't show that. Let's see, what else do we have here? I would have rolled that D straight to the bank. She bugging. Pause. Is this a, oh yeah, that's a chick. That's a chick. This is when I have to leave the topic alone. I think we're done here. Let's see. Do we have any more? Wow. I mean, they're just going, man. Do you know how fast my legs would have parted like the Red Sea? Where's the dignity? Nope. Listen, I can't, when I see kids, but then that's what's sad too, is that there are kids on there. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate, very unfortunate. What do you guys think? Of course, I'm curious to know. So guys, next I want to move on and talk about Drea Michelle. 39-year-old Drea Michelle, who a while back was in the spotlight for getting a 22-year-old. This was last year. So he was 21 last year, right? For sure. NBA player to somehow give her a baby. Well, he probably wanted to. But the point here is, if this was a switch gender situation, then we would have a lot of people who would be looking at a male doing that like something that's highly predatory. But no one's talking about this. The caption of this post reads, 39-year-old Drea Michelle took her 22-year-old son to watch his 22-year-old stepdad play basketball. The fact that this went under the radar and people weren't really talking about this as much, to me, is actually pretty insane. The type of heat that will come for any man who tries to do something like this is crazy. And what's even more insane is you think, because a lot of these chicks will say like, oh, women mature so much faster than young men do, and they don't mature till they're in their 30s. So that would make it essentially even worse if a woman's doing the exact same thing. But of course, we know they don't drink coffee. Let's check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say. Top comment here says, let's go watch Dad. Somebody else here added, not going to criticize, but it's definitely unique. Why aren't you going to criticize? Why? Because you don't want to judge. Here's somebody else who says, son is actually 23. Stepdad is literally little bro. Oh, shoot. So the son is actually older than his stepdad. Now, it gets worse. The son is actually older than his stepdad. Disrespectful. Somebody else here says, that's sad, and she's going to be proud of it too. I mean, is Drea Michelle any different from the chicks who were in the last comment section? Because I didn't even put that together. Are these overall chicks we see on Instagram the ones struggling in the dating market, the ones who are sliding into young men's DMs? Yes, the Brittany Renners and the Dreas. Are they just a new version of escorts? I mean, let's really break this down here. That's what it's really looking like. I think she would have capitalized on that skip opportunity, 1.5 mil, if she didn't have this young and vibrant, lucrative channel of income coming in, for sure. You know what would be insane is, and of course I'm not wishing this on anybody, but it would be insane if in this situation he was to, I don't even want to say it, but just hypothetically speaking here, man, if he was to lose his money and she would now be forced to take care of not only the baby, but also him via child support, man, the karma, the coffee would be sweet.
Your coffee just doesn't taste any good.
Your coffee just doesn't taste any good. Right now, it's just a confusing thing to see. Let's keep reading more comments here. This person says, If the genders were reversed, everyone would be outraged, of course. But no one's talking about this. This is one thing I was noticing. I was like, no one's really mentioning this at all. Somebody else here says, let's go watch Dad. Another person who says, not going to criticize, but it's definitely unique. Okay, we already read all this shit. We need more comments. Here's another person who says her son is, oh, is he gay? No one noticed. Oh, hold on. There's a bit of, it's the angle, the way he looked at the camera. Not surprised. Somebody else who says his frontal lobe isn't developed. Another person who says, imagine the other way around, so on and so forth. I wonder if there are any think pieces on this topic here. Let's see. Yeah, we got a couple of think pieces, actually. Let's check them out.
Dre Michelle, 39, took her son, Nico, 23, to watch her baby daddy, Jalen Green, 22, play basketball. Man, I had to read that again. How in the hell you older than your stepdaddy? Like, you eventually gonna have to call this man daddy. I mean, you ain't got to, but you, if he was to. Like, yeah, that's my stepdaddy. And they be like, well, how old is he? He 23. And he 22. I'm 23. Yeah, that's crazy as hell. If this was vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Double standards, I'm cool with it. I can share some double standards that I had a call. But anyway, the double standards, I'm cool with some of the double standards. But if this was a that's 40 and he was dating a girl, a young girl that was 22 and the daughter was older, y'all be raising all the time. Like I say, I'm cool with the double standard though. Because if a fine older woman like Dre Michelle and she rich wanna holler at me, I'm going. She got me. And some of the double standards that, you know what I'm saying? Like if a dude is a straight dude, but he twinkle toe, like that's like, dude, you need to be shot. But if a girl is a straight girl, but she twinkle toe a little bit with a girl, like it's cool. Society, we like, it's cool. Same thing with a girl being on Front Street, like she like openly effing like that's like you shot out. A dude being a hoe is like women want him. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. It's just the truth.
All right. You know, Dre Michelle is the same chick who admitted that you can erase your 304 face. She made a video a while back talking about how it's possible for you to erase your past, your 304 past. I reacted to that video because I thought that was a pretty insane statement. The justification a lot of these to be defined escorts will use to try and like recreate themselves, rebrand themselves is pretty insane and kind of hilarious to watch.
39 and
your son is older than your boyfriend. Your son is older than your boyfriend.
Like, who got to say in that? Your son or your boyfriend? Because if I was your son, I would disown you. It wouldn't even get to that point. But if he ever tried to step to me, we squaring up. Like, bro, you're the same age as me. Like, I'm not looking up to you. Like, I get it. You an official bag chaser. You're going to get it by any means necessary. But
sad. Just sad.
This is crazy. And you tried to make that slick comment on Mariah Carey and Anderson .Paak's relationship, talking about a 17-year age gap. This ain't the same shit.
So for this next topic, I usually like to touch on something that's going to affect you and your family. And we're talking about alcohol here today. So you know what? We're actually going to read a little bit of this caption so that we get some context here and some more info. It says the U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy has recently issued an advisory highlighting alcohol as the third leading preventable cause of cancer in the United States, following tobacco and obesity. Wow. What a very good thing to probably have been publicized out here to a lot of people. And I can only assume that liquor companies and all these companies that promote alcohol don't actually want any of this news to get out. Before I give you guys my own take when it comes to alcohol here, which may or may not surprise you, we're going to check out a few of these comments. This commenter, top comment, says, watch the alcoholics hop in here and deflect. Of course. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough, you know, and you don't even have to be, because he's being a little bit facetious there. You don't have to be an alcoholic to even defend drinking alcohol. Even people who drink alcohol moderately will probably defend it. But let's read a few more comments here. This commenter says, so can it prevent cancer or can it cause it? So there, the questions have already started rising up. Another person who says, sugar, period. Everyone put the sugar down. 2025. Another person here says 5 months sober. Congratulations to you. Another person here says 3 days sober. Another person who says, I'll drink to that. Here's another comment that added 4 weeks of no drinking. And I actually feel like I don't want to drink anymore. I'm going to chime in on that because that's very true. That's what happens. You know, alcohol is one of those things where you can't say that you're trying to cut back or that you're abstaining from alcohol or that you're aiming to live life sober, even if it's just temporal. But it's just one of those things you can't say that without people assuming that you have a problem, that you might somehow be an alcoholic. And I think that's because of the way it's looked at, painted through media. And alcohol is such a social lubricant in our society that when you don't drink, that's when you really realize how many people actually do drink. I think I'm going on, I lost count, man. I think I'm going on 3 years now since I decided to just stop drinking altogether. My motivation was my health and my productivity, but mainly my productivity. And I'm not somebody who sits here and downs and shits on alcohol. I love a beer. I loved an IPA. I have a bar right in my place right now. Lots of alcohol. Haven't touched it in the whole entire time it's actually been here. But guests and such will come over and they'll partake and drink. But you know, I would advise this because I'll kind of give you guys a review right now of my experience since I quit alcohol for the past 3 years. The first thing you notice is just how much more you get done and how much more life you experience. But specifically, if you're trying to accomplish something in your life right now and it requires your attention, you don't understand how much further you'd be ahead, especially if you're trying to be competitive over the other person who's still recovering from the hangover over the weekend. Maybe you're just in competition with yourself and want to be better with yourself. Quitting alcohol is an easy way to get ahead. Because so many people, especially if you've been drinking and you still drink, so many people drink. So many. Because what happens is when you drink consistently, then you want to be around other people who are drinking. I was that guy. I didn't want to be around somebody who's sober at a party where everybody's having a good time. And you got some guy there who's high off life. Like, what are you doing, man? Have a beer. Stop being weird. I was that person. I never pressured anyone into doing drugs or anything like that. But I understand. And by just the cultural way that people drink, they end up accumulating all these friends who also drink. And once you stop drinking, you realize that, oh, I only liked that person because when I saw him and we were both on that level, you know, you don't have to be super turned. But, you know, we were nice. So I was nice with them. They were nice to me. But when I'm sober and they aren't really there, they're kind of annoying. Well, that just means you really didn't like them, bro. And you were just pretending. I don't care what it means. I no longer want to kick it with that person because I realized that it was only the alcohol that encouraged that. So you experience benefits when it comes to productivity. And I think that's just the easiest way you can get ahead. Of course, the benefit of health. I do think that as I've gotten older and I've just by happenstance, it wasn't an intentional thing. I wasn't thinking to myself, oh, I was going to go 3 years without drinking. No, I actually thought I was going to go maybe a year. I know I'm going to eventually have a shot, some whiskey or something like that. I like the taste of beer. I actually like the taste of beer. Liquor, not so much. I'm not a wine dude either. But I enjoy the taste. But after I've seen the results when it comes to my health, when it comes to productivity, when it comes to how I just look at myself, this is something I'm proud of, you know, because it takes discipline. And it's hard to go back. I've said I'm going to go back. I've actually set dates. I've been like, oh, on my marriage ceremony, I'm going to break it. But then that came around and I just didn't do it. I set another date. Oh, when my son comes into this world, I'm going to take a shot. And I didn't want to do it by myself. I wanted like people to be around. But my wife doesn't really drink at all. She's not as serious as I am. I could be extreme sometimes, but she still hasn't touched much in that bar. When I see her do it, she does it because she wants to, with the fam. And I can't even remember the last time I saw her, and she would like pretend to like wine. She doesn't like the taste of alcohol at all. I also think that helps. I do not think I would have gotten as far as I am right now in the sobriety thing if I had a significant other, a wife, who drunk on a regular basis. Now, don't get me wrong, because I know people get touchy about their alcohol. Once again, I'm not saying that if you do have a wife who likes to drink, then she's a terrible person. No, I'm just sharing with you the very real consequences of having a significant other or a wife who drinks and how that will affect you, right? So if you're going to start and if you have goals, especially if you're younger and the people who you're around do this all the time, quitting and focusing on what you need to get done, whether that's making more money, that's getting ahead, that's getting through school, you learning a new skill. Quitting alcohol is one of the greatest investments, secret weapons you can use to get ahead. Now, I can understand why you may not want to do that, but if you are thinking about it and you would see the value and return on that as worth it, I want to encourage you to do it. Because once you do it, you'll be able to crush so many of your goals. And don't even talk about competition, man. All right. The only thing I will suggest you never give up, no matter the situation, is coffee. Just drink in moderation, y'all. That's it. That's all. Most people who push the moderation thing when it comes to drinking don't drink in moderation. They're telling themselves a drink every day is moderation. I don't think a drink every day, like you drink every day, is moderation. If you go to and people argue that, what's wrong with that? If you go to the gym every day, right? You know those forums where they say, do you exercise moderately, sometimes, never? If you exercise every day, then that wouldn't be moderate. That would be like very often. You drink very often if you drink every day. Somebody else here says, drinks to enjoy, not to get drunk. Big Pharma is capitalizing on depression. Here's somebody else who says, if they give us the list of things that were safe, it will be much shorter. Another comment here says, 200 days sober as of today. That's 6 months and 17 days. I feel great. Congratulations. You know, I tell you what really makes you sound like you were some type of an alcoholic is telling people the exact amount of and if you were for real, you know, that's great. Congratulations. But, you know, telling people the exact amount of days, then they definitely like, oh, you had a problem. Somebody else here says 7 years without alcohol and ain't going back. Yeah. Here's another person who says, is it just me, or does anyone hate when they can tell us what causes cancer, but not what can cure cancer? 90 days sober. Yeah, man. Let's see if we have some think pieces here about this particular topic. Because this actual topic was pretty popular. And I saw it everywhere for a little bit. We'll see what people are saying here.
Apparently, alcohol is the third leading cause of cancer, which is phenomenal news as we head into 2025, which has been an absolute shit show. Studies show that consuming alcohol raises the risk of 7 different types of cancer, including breast, throat, and liver. Now, as people drink more and alcohol consumption goes up, so does that risk. Now, the Surgeon General is suggesting that we put a label on alcohol that warns of the risk of developing cancer. This would be the first update to a label since 1989, when the one for pregnant women was first added to it. However, they're facing extreme pushback from the beverage industry, the lobbyists there, because they know that will then hurt the sales of alcohol. And a fun fact for you guys is that the beverage industry spends about $30 million a year just to lobby Congress. The other thing that you guys need to know is that according to research, alcohol is to blame for over 1 million preventable cancer diagnoses over the last decade.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I really think that if you have someone who you care about and want them to be healthy, this is something to send them. If they're actually fighting to push down information because they don't want that to affect sales, that tells you all you need to know right there.
So here's my question for you. Does knowing this information change the way that you're going to consume alcohol? Are you going to stay the same, consume less, consume more? Let me know in the comments. As always, of course, make sure to hit that follow button. Spread the word around this because this is very important information. And drop your thoughts about all this in the comments.
All right. So let's see what people have to say. I'm actually kind of curious here. Top comment here says, doesn't everything raise the risk for cancer these days? I mean, if you're going to have this perspective on, and I understand where this person is coming from, right? This is, they are probably, maybe they are like, have health OCD or health anxiety. But if you're going to have that approach with life in general, then you're not going to do much to better your life. Somebody else here says, hit 2 years sober on 12/05. Somebody else here added, my dad passed from liver cancer and had not drank in 40 years. I mean, of course, it's not going to be the cause of every single situation, for sure. I do want to give a disclaimer because a lot of people can get in their head with this type of stuff. A little bit of change is change, nevertheless, and is a step in the right direction. Don't get in your head and, get the health intrusive thoughts and anxiety going. I think it's just good to be aware and make a change if it's something that if it's something that would positively impact your life and you're willing to give up. I support it. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? To end this stream, we're just going to check on how people are reacting to this whole Fox Sports situation. There's a whole lot going on right now as people are learning more and more about everything.
Up call, same time. How would I not know how hard it is to do the show I work on? You have to constantly reaffirm that you are good enough, that you belong there, and then always prove it. So
drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better. Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel
I would
better.
just always say you got to do twice the work to get half the opportunity. But that...
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better. Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
To me, the mentality I've always had on it is that...
Yo, these resurfacing videos that they're re-editing are hilarious.
It's going to make me better. So that's why I'm excellent.
Stop the cap. No bullshit.
Because I had to be. I couldn't be average. I couldn't be okay. I couldn't be late. I couldn't complain. I couldn't say no.
I don't think this guy, I don't think that's a face that believes what she's saying right there.
Now I do.
Right. Let's check out some of these comments, man. Top comment here says, she brings me joy. Somebody else who says, Joy was putting in that work. Another person who says, I don't know what to believe. Somebody else here added, love me some Joy. There's another person that says, what all happened now? Yeah.
Joy Taylor effed up because we are totally skipping over the fact that my boy Skip was about to pay 1.5 for the coochie. He was about to pay 1.5 for it, but we all skipping it because how bad of a person Joy Taylor is right now. OMG, he's about to mess up the whole market for everybody. My God. FS1 got some weird cases. Why are they around?
1.5 million for the 1.5 million. 1.5.
But truly, in the sports industry, I do not know anyone that is more impressive in every way, shape, or form than the one and only Joy Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
Shape or form is crazy. There.
What the hell is going on over there at Fox Studios? The same person that just accused Skip Bayless of SA is saying that Joy Taylor was planning to lie about being SA'd. Now, I could be wrong, but I think Joy Taylor is married. I could be wrong, but they're saying she's been giving the box up to Emmanuel Acho. Come on, Joy. Like, you look too good to be giving to this bum. You giving it up to this bum, and apparently she's also giving it up to the exec at Fox. And Joy Taylor, allegedly said that soon as Mr. Dixon, who is the executive at Fox, as soon as he become useless, she's gonna say, "Oh yeah, he forced himself on me." What?
If that gets proven to be true, then she deserves. I mean, she already deserves all the karma if all these allegations are true. But if that's true, if you were going to sit there and false and lie, right? Like you weren't a willing participant in what was going on. And that's a whole nother level of evil.
What? So she was planning on like, nah, this can't be like, all right, bro. What is going on at Fox, bro? I'm so confused, bro. The first week of every single year, like the craziest shit comes out. Like, what the is gonna come out next? Seriously, we are. What is about to happen next, bro? Like, I'm already scared for 2025. There's no way shit.
Is it hard to date because you guys are around men all the time?
So this is Joy Taylor, and also you have Rooks on here too, but we're gonna skip through the first response.
I'm at a point in my life where things are very non-negotiable for me. I went through a very serious stretch of therapy where I knew that the main thing that I was going to focus on healing was my complete inability to enforce boundaries. And now that I have very, very strong boundaries, it's so easy to say no to things because I know that this doesn't serve me. And it's not about hurting someone or not valuing someone. I just truly believe that there are so many chapters of your life and people come in and out of your life for different reasons. And some people are forever and some people are extremely temporary. And I don't have a sense of ownership over people that I feel like I had when I was younger, when I was a bit more insecure myself.
You see, modern women that talk about ownership over somebody else are the type of chicks who are cheaters. In most cases, more likely to be the type of chicks who want you to be okay with them while you are Travis Hunter, while they are in a party having a good time, and you don't act like you own them, right? You having expectations of your woman and not her not being a 304 is viewed as ownership. You don't own me. Yeah, spoken like a true 304 here, in my opinion. What do you think? Comment down below.
So I truly just do not allow that kind of energy around me. I would never be with a man that's insecure about what I do, about who I am, about how I present myself. It's just, it would never get to that point.
You've been engaged before, right?
I've been married and engaged. Yes.
Okay.
Shannon has become one of the biggest stars in sports media. He was already obviously a star in football, Hall of Famer, legendary broadcaster, but now he is like on a whole other level. What it is because he gets it. Like he really understands social media.
Kills social media.
He understands how to do a great show. He understands how to do a great interview, and he doesn't take himself seriously,
Right.
which I think is so important for that show, is that he's going to go at it with Skip. They're going to have their battles, their sparring sessions, but at the end of the day, he's going to crack a joke and keep it moving. Like he really knows how to maintain that balance.
So they're saying Shannon Sharpe was putting in work. For example, this commenter here says, Shannon smacked that. Another person here says, someone said Joy Taylor built like Ray Lewis. That's pretty funny. This person says he cracked more than a joke. Listen, of course, I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Don't forget, for my men who are soon to be engaged and married, head over to fathershaverights.com and get the #1 guide to drafting a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement. You want to get it now with offer code REVIEW while it's available and free for a limited time. Consider joining Brew Brothers. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.